Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a Q&A video. I've been getting a lot of questions since falling pregnant. I thought I would just answer them all in one video. And the other thing too is when other people fall pregnant, I have like 10,000 questions for them. So I just thought that I would do a Q&A, and next week will be my very first pregnancy vlog, which I'm really excited for you guys to see. So let's get into it. When I posted these surveys on Instagram, I wasn't sure whether people wanted to keep their identity quiet or not, so I'm just going to say the questions and not say who asked them. So one of the very first questions that was asked so many times was, are we finding out the sex of the baby? And the answer is a big fat yes. We are definitely finding out what we're having this time. We didn't find out what we're having with William, so we wanted a bit of a different experience, and because I had so much morning sickness at the start, I said to Kyle that I really would like to find out because it would help me bond with the baby. Being our second baby, I really would love to get everything organised. We don't really have the luxury of time that we did with William, with getting his room organised and buying all his stuff after he was born. So this time we will be finding out. Our gender reveal party is booked for the 21st of October and I cannot wait. Oh my god. I think I know what I'm having, but I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll save that for the gender reveal video, but I can almost bet my life on knowing the gender of this baby. A question that a lot of people have been asking as well is, are we worried about traveling to Bali, mainly because I'm pregnant and due to the Zika virus or Bali belly? So when I first found out I was pregnant, I was like, we're definitely still going to Bali. Like I told Carl, this is not going to affect any of our decisions. However, we were told by more than one healthcare professional it would be their best advice not to go to Bali. Zika virus isn't like rampant over there. It's only a very, very small risk, but they've all said that because we tried for so long for this baby, if we do get bitten, the baby will be affected, and we just decided that was a risk that we weren't going to take. So we will be going to Port Douglas instead this year, at the same time that we were going to Bali. So I'm a little bit upset about that, but at the same time, I'm pregnant. I love Port Douglas. It's one of mine and Carl's favourite places to go. I think we've been there together. I think this will be the 4th time we've been there together. So it's a really relaxing holiday for us. It feels like home. So I'm just excited to be away with my family, and yeah, not going to Bali this year. Another question. Do you have a feeling about what the gender might be? Yes, I am convinced I'm having a, but you'll find out that answer in another video. What was your first pregnancy with Will like? Is this one beginning to feel the same? No, it's not feeling, well, it wasn't. I should say that it wasn't feeling the same. When we first found out we were pregnant, I was probably about 5 weeks along. I had no symptoms for probably about 3 or 4 days, to the point where I was like taking pregnancy tests multiple times just to make sure I was pregnant. But then the symptoms came and they hit hard and fast. I had so bad nausea. It was ridiculous. Like the nausea was insane. Nothing like I've ever felt before. And I was just really exhausted. Like the exhaustion was next level. I never experienced that with William. People keep telling me it's because I have a toddler, but William is actually really easy to look after on days that I just needed to chill. And I'm also really lucky that Kyle just got up out of bed even if he had to sleep to take William, because I was that exhausted. So I actually don't think the toddler aspect is actually what caused me feeling so tired. So yeah, I had 3 weeks of that. I got gastro. That was about a week and a half ago, and after I got out of hospital from having gastro, the symptoms started to really die down, and now I can say that the pregnancy is feeling much like William's. In terms of like craving foods and my food aversions, all of that is exactly the same. I went off meat when I was pregnant with William, probably not as hardcore as I have this time, and I can't cook for myself. I cannot cook food right now, and I had that with William, but again, not to this extreme. So they are similar, but at the same time, not really. Maybe this one's just like an exacerbation of what William's pregnancy could have been. But the last week I've been feeling a lot better and enjoying pregnancy a lot more than I have previously. What symptom from your previous pregnancy do you dread the most with this one? Oh look, the food aversion with William was real, and I just was really hoping I wasn't going to get it this time, but I definitely have. But with William, from about 14 weeks onwards, I had no problems. I had the cruisiest pregnancy right up until the very end when I found out he was breech, but after that, after 14 weeks, no issues. So there's not really any that I'm dreading this time. Are you considering a VBAC? Yes, this question has been asked a lot too. So if you didn't know, I had an emergency C-section with William. I was in labor for 40 hours. Yes, you heard that right, 40 mother freaking hours. And it was exhausting, it was long, and it was the most traumatic experience of my life. I had a lot of issues with the care that I received during my labor. I talked to my doctors, and at my first obstetrician appointment, one of the very first things she said to me was, do you want to try for a VBAC? And I started crying because I'm an emotional wreck right now. I might even get teary now. And I said I wasn't sure because I was a little bit scared. My obstetrician is like super supportive. She believes that vaginal births are the best way to birth if it's safe to do so. So she's planning on me having a VBAC, and I'm totally on board as long as it's safe. I want to get a lot of research together. I want to find out what the risks are versus the pros of having a scheduled C-section. I always get really upset talking about this because I just don't know if my body can birth another baby, and I don't know how I'm going to go if I have to have another emergency C-section, because yeah, it was just a really huge disappointment that I had to have one with William. So I don't know how I'm going to go, but I do want to have a VBAC. I just think this is something that I'm going to have to really work on mentally to get myself at a point where I can believe I can birth vaginally. So yeah, let's get these tears away so we're gonna carry on with the video. Will you be doing research into hypnobirthing? Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. I think that that's something that I should have done. I was not prepared for my last birth. I went into labor scared. I don't want to do that this time. I want to welcome it. So hypnobirthing is definitely something that I'm going to look into. So if you're from Melbourne and you know any amazing hypnobirthers, please contact me, because I need to find a really good person to help me get through this. Will you be going public or private this time? Private. 100% private. I will never have a baby in the public system again. I don't think that they give bad care. I think that if you go public, like, awesome, that's amazing, but it's definitely something I will never do again. I just felt like a number. The experience that I had really, just could never trust it again. So I really needed to go private this time so I could build a relationship with the person that would more than likely be delivering my baby, build a relationship with the ward that I'll be delivering on, feel really comfortable, feel like I have a say in my care and my birthing plan of my baby's health. So I really feel that for me personally, with the anxiety that I have leading up to the birth, that private is the only way for me to go. Like I find that with mothers, they get really, some people can get really upset about public versus private. I don't think that either is better than the other. I know people who've had amazing births in public and crappy births in private, and the other way around. But I just think that it's your own choice, and whatever you feel comfortable with. Then this is something that Kyle and I really, both of us, decided that we were going to do, is have a baby in private. So we'll definitely be going private. I've already met my obstetrician. She's amazing. I've gone up to the midwifery ward that I will be delivering on, and it is absolutely superb. The staff were amazing, and I'm so excited to have a different birthing experience this time around. Will you be having genetic testing done? Yes, we will be. We actually have to go get the blood test done next Thursday, because I'll be 10 weeks on Thursday. This is not something that I really wanted to do. It's not something that I worry about, but Kyle is always so paranoid about something being wrong with the baby. Even last time, he wouldn't even let us buy anything for the baby until we got to 12 weeks pregnant, because he just wanted to see the Down syndrome testing results. So he really wanted to get the testing done, and at the same time we'll be finding out the gender. If we did have a Down syndrome baby, I don't think it's something that would bother us too much. I'm pretty sure we would still keep the baby, but Kyle just needs to know. He's just one of these people that gets really anxious about the pregnancies, and especially because both times we had trouble falling pregnant, he just wants to know that everything's okay. So we will be getting the genetic testing done. Question is, what type of pram are you looking at? I seen on your Snapchat that you were going pram shopping. Well, this is a question I do not know the answer to. I think that I would like a side-by-side pram, and the only one that I think looks really nice at the moment is the Bugaboo Donkey, but it's like $2,500, and I don't know if I can justify it right now. I just don't like the idea of the baby having to sit underneath a toddler, or William having to sit so low on the ground, because knowing William, he hates the pram as it is, and I just think that if he was like sitting so low on the ground, it would tempt him to want to get out. So I would love to be able to have side by side, so then he could be distracted by the baby. So I really don't know yet. We're going to take William down to some of the baby stores and try him with the different prams and see which one he likes. I think that's going to be the thing that really does make or break our decision, but at the moment, the Bugaboo Donkey is winning for me. Will you be using a capsule? Did you use one with William? I didn't use one with William, and I don't think I'm going to be using one this time around. Okay, and the last question is, what is my new car? Let me show you, because it is absolutely amazing. We didn't want to spend a fortune on a car. We knew what we wanted in a car. We were preferring to have a 7-seater car, but we bought a 5-seater car. 7 seats only because when we've got 2 babies, my twin sisters are over all the time, and us two, there was just not enough seats in a 5-seater, but we just bought a 5-seater anyway because it was in our budget. We didn't want to spend a fortune, and we wanted a nice brand new car. So Kyle did so much research, had a look at a few different cars, and we finally found the one that suited us and our needs as a family. So let me go show you our new baby. So I am just going to go pick up my twin sisters, and I thought I'd take the car for a little drive and show you guys the outside and all of its awesome features. Trust me, this is not going to be some car review vlog ending. I am just simply showing you guys how much I love my car. It's such good value for money. It drives absolutely beautifully. I'm actually really impressed with how easy it is to drive. I drive a Volkswagen Golf now, and so this is a lot bigger than my little Volkswagen, but it's just so easy. So this car is a Renault Koleos Intense. The Intense just means the type of model it is. We are very fortunate to have the top of the range of this type of car, and it's only because Kyle got such a good trading price for his car that we were able to upgrade and get the top of the range car, which I'm so stoked about. Anyway, I'm about to jump out and show you our new car. Some really cool features about this car is that it's a touch button start. So this is the actual key to the car. You've just got to make sure that this is on your person, and you just put your foot on the brake and touch the button and the car starts. Today's vlog. I'm sorry about the noise. William is just having a shower, and I forgot to film the outro today, so this is it. I hope you enjoyed. If you've got any further questions, pop them down in the comments, or come and find me on Instagram and on Snapchat. Other than that, I will see you later.